it. What's up, Robert?
What's going on with you, Ness?
All good, all good. So you are basically saying there was no fight that you turned down.
Never turned down a fight, brother. Never turned down a fight. We like I told you before. We had a guy that was middleman in everything. So whatever he did, I don't know. I never talked to Gary myself,
I'm gonna give
but
you his number after this, so we gonna make sure we keep this, you know, right, so that you and
yeah,
him can talk because he did, let us know that he was willing to have you guys back on.
yeah. But I've never turned down a fight. I'll put it like this: the first fight they gave us, we took the first guy they gave us. The second fight they gave us, they sent me a guy, and I told them per negotiation, they supposed to send us three fighters, like they said they would, and we'll go from there. Even after they sent the other two fighters, I still accepted the first guy they sent me. So we never. And then he somehow, quote unquote, somehow he pulled out the fight, and we took the next guy.
Okay, can you repeat that?
I mean,
You're breaking up. I don't know. Maybe check. Did you jump off the Wi-Fi or something? But it sounds like you said that guy got injured, so you took the next guy.
yeah. So we took the next guy.
Okay. Now, he
So,
specifically
I mean,
said,
you gotta realize something. Ness.
I want you to address this better because he specifically made the assumption, or and he insinuated to the audience that the 5-0 fighter was 5-0, but his record was made up, and that he was basically expecting your son to get the stoppage. If your son is as good as they say he is, he should have got the stoppage. How'd that make you feel?
I mean, the guy was on his back foot the whole fight. So if you don't come to fight, then it's hard to stop somebody that's running. They got basically ran, and like I told them, I said once Robert touched this guy, he's gonna get on his bicycle. That's what I told them. They're like, oh no, he's gonna come to fight. He's gonna bring the fight to him. I said, all right, mark my word. As soon as Robert touched him, he got on his bicycle. Although he was the taller fighter, the longer fighter, he had more knockouts. Um, it is what it is.
And what's your thoughts on him specifically saying that that was the second opportunity, trying to see if Meriwether could look dominant? He feels like the first
I mean,
opportunity. Go ahead.
if you look at the fight, he did dominate the fight. He won 6 rounds, easy, convincingly. And even when guy may touch Robert a couple of times, and he didn't follow up.
Robert, you breaking up? Are you on
Robert kept coming
Wi-Fi?
forward.
Because if you're not on Wi-Fi, or if you are,
Uh,
maybe you should get off it and let it rock out with the cell phone. I don't know because it's breaking up.
Ness,
I hear you.
Ness.
Yep. All right, he's having internet issues. Vegas ain't the best with the internet, I'm telling you.
Trash out there. That Teddy Riley
They had they
Wi-Fi.
had a they had a lock on the internet, bro. I think it was like Cox was like controlling that shit forever. No one else could come out here. Now they finally getting other providers. But yeah, Gary made it seem like he didn't fight good enough for both those performances. But again, based off that interview, I feel like for Gary, the word dominate means get a knockout.
Or, I mean, I didn't see the fight. Was it an exciting fight? Was there action? Was there action packed? Like, was it entertaining? Because it seems
I
like
watched
Gary.
both of them, and because I'm a Meriwether fan, so like when he signed to them, I'm excited. I announced it, and I certainly watched it live. I was there, and then the second one I watched as well. I don't get like I told Gary, I don't know what he did wrong. He dominated to me. He did dominate, but I guess dominate for Gary is a knockout. But damn, looks like Meriwether's not calling back in. We'll wait for that to happen. Big Gucci, what up? Half boxing, $2. Stepping and listening. Salute TBV. Yeah, man, I'm late. I usually am already stepping myself, but salute to you. Get them steps in, champ. No Big Gucci? Okay. H-Town.
H10.
All right.
Ness.
Yeah, way better, way better. What's up?
Okay. All right, I'm back.
Yeah, so
Like I was
yeah.
saying, I believe he dominated the fight. You know, he won all 6 rounds easy, convincingly, and even when the guy did hit Robert, he didn't follow up. You know, he stayed on his back foot, and even the commentators. I went back and watched the fight. Even the commentators said, you know, it was a stellar performance. I mean,
do you think that he just like the word dominate may just mean you must get a knockout for Gary Jonas?
see, and that's the thing. Dominate can mean different things to different people. You know, he dominated the fight, right? But you can say, okay, he didn't dominate the opponent, which he did dominate the fight. He won all rounds, given what the opponent was giving him. You know what I'm saying? It's like people criticize Shakur Stevenson, right? But Robert took the fight to him, and he still get criticized. You know what I'm saying? So,
Do you? I don't want to say hate, but do you feel like it's unfortunate that you are already getting that criticism so early in your son's career? Like, I mean, Shakur is already established. You know,
no, it really in a way it does, but in a way it don't, because you're gonna get that. You're gonna get that coming up boxing. But you gotta think like we're from Vegas. We're in Vegas, right? And he's been in there with the best of them. Jorge Linares. He's sparring Rolly right now. Even some of the top prospects coming up, you know, they know what it is. So, I mean, what can you say?
now, is it? Do you? I mean, obviously, everything. I guess is worth entertaining. It doesn't mean that you're accepting, but do you foresee whatever Gary sends you moving forward being something worth your while, or do you think he's just trying to get your son beat?
We'll look at it. I mean, but you know what, Ness? And this is what I told him. This is what I didn't tell him. I told you know the people at Probox. I told them like this. It doesn't matter who you put in the ring with Robert as far as long as it matches up. He's gonna find a way to win. He's a winner. He's gonna find a way to win.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he holds his own with anybody. He holds his own with anybody. You know, you said something about Mayweather. There's a reason that Mayweather got rid of him. Mayweather didn't get rid of us. We left. We asked for the release.
Oh, I never said that there's a
no,
reason.
that's you know, but that's what he said.
Oh, you mean Gary Jonas? Okay.
Yeah, we left. They didn't get rid of us. They wanted to keep us. I keep every text message from everybody, and it specifically says Mr. Mayweather is not going to let you go. So at the end of the day, we wasn't getting fights, and we felt that we needed to move on and further his career. It wasn't a knock against Mayweather. It just at the time, the Mayweather promotions wasn't fighting their fighters. They didn't have dates.
What do you think of this Mike Gamble thing? It doesn't sound like he's serious because, you know, and I'm glad that he is, that he does have that side and he showed it because he did say he's not into putting prospects against each other. That's
Right.
not really the fight that he wants for your son, but he did say he would do it, and he did expect for you guys not to take it.
We don't duck no smoke, brother.
Well, we just had Jamel Herring on because, we're pushing the issue here. He represents Mike, and he said, they're willing. Obviously, he needs to see the offer, as do you, but
Right.
he said he's willing as long as Mike wants it. He hasn't spoke to Mike about it specifically. He did speak to Mike today, but not about the potential Robert Meriwether III fight.
Right.
Is it worth it to you to have your son try to prove something so soon?
My,
Gamble does have at least 2 more fights than your son. I believe he's 7-0.
yeah, we 6-0.
Okay, so it's right. It's right. I guess.
I mean, you look at it like this. Is it worth it? We're not trying to prove anything. We're not trying to prove nothing to nobody. We don't have nothing to prove. We've already proved that Robert's a good fighter coming up. I mean, if it wasn't, he wouldn't have took a chance on him, and he didn't do nothing wrong for him not to be there now. You understand what I'm saying? It ain't like he got beat. It ain't like he was in a close fight. So we really don't have nothing to prove to nobody. But we don't duck no smoke.
Do you think it's being a pro box style is they want like bangers and like knockouts? Do you think it's kind of like unfair to pressure a 6-0 fighter, essentially a prospect, after just 6 fights? Because I believe it's unwarranted. Robert's a young fighter. He's developing. We're in a microwave era. Do you think that's unfair criticism when he's just trying to build his profile?
Yeah, it is. It is. It's very unfair. I mean, if you look at any young prospect anywhere else, they're being built, and not saying being built, but they getting good fights to fit their style. You understand what I'm saying? We didn't spar Emilio Vargas. We didn't spar some of the tops from over a top rank. So you want Robert to go in there and fight and knock out a guy that's never been knocked out before, but it is what it is. You take it with the territory.
And I know you guys can't speak on sparring, but how bad is your son cooking Rolly right now?
Man, it's good work. It's good work.
Don't let him bait you, Rob. Don't let him
I'm
bait
not.
you.
It's good work. We enjoy Rolly giving us the work, and we're learning from it.
Well,
I'll put it like this: I see Rolly winning his next fight.
okay. Okay. I mean, yeah, okay. That's good. That's good.
I mean, because I'll say it like this, because the looks that he's getting from Robert, he's learning from it, just like Robert's learning from what Rolly's bringing to the table as well.
Robert's first world title will be at 30 or 35?
Hopefully at 30, but you never know because Robert's growing. Like he's a big 130.
Because you're saying he's a big 130, do you think Moulton will ever? He and Moulton will ever be in the same division?
I knew you was gonna, I knew that was coming up. Yeah.
Hey
yeah.
man, every fighter needs someone that like Bud had his Earl.
Nemesis.
Robert needs that right from the door, and
Well-
it could serve him better.
Well, Robert and Carmel's been going. They've been competing against each other since they were kids.
But do you believe that they will end up in the same division? Because it sounds
I
like your
believe
son
so.
may be just he
I believe
might
so,
just be
yeah.
bigger. Okay, you do
Yeah,
believe
I
it.
believe so. Yeah, no. Carmel's a big kid. Carmel's big. He's not no small kid.
Now, what are your thoughts on Kermel? I'm not saying he's overlooking Robert at all, but when asked who he thought would be his nemesis in the future, he didn't say Robert. Instead, he mentioned Abdullah Mason.
Right, and that's fine. That's fine. I mean, we want everybody to overlook Robert. We want everybody to overlook Robert, and when the time comes, it just comes.
For sure. Well,
You know, but you gotta do your history. You know, it's out there.
what did you guys have a win over in the amateurs on him?
That's amateurs, brother. That was a long time ago. They were kids. They were young. But what I'm saying is they've been competing against each other. They've made each other better over the years.
For sure. Well, let everybody know about the fight your son is in, because we're talking potential future fights. He does have a fight lined up. Let everybody know the date and where and how they could view it and buy tickets.
We have a fight September 7th back home. Robert's the main event. Louisville,
Back
Kentucky.
home. There you go.
Yeah, Louisville, Kentucky. Yeah, Louisville, Kentucky, where the greatest is from, Muhammad Ali. Right now, the tickets are selling good. You can reach me on Facebook, Robert Meriwether, or reach me on Instagram, _ Coach Rob _ We supposed to have another fight coming up in October, the beginning of October.
Where?
In Texas. I'll say in Texas.
Okay, which means Red Owl Boxing.
I didn't say that. You did.
Sound like it. Sound like a good old Red Owl Boxing card on the zone to me. But that's all right.
You gotta think, man. It's people love Robert Style. People love Robert Style.
Well,
I mean, he didn't got interviews from it. He didn't got people offering him. I mean, it's just from that last Probox, the last fight. You know, like we said earlier, Canelo TV, they just replayed it.
Yeah.
The fight, they just replayed the fight. So Robert's a fan-friendly fighter, bro. And it ain't his fault. And it ain't his fault that he's a slick fighter and knows what he's doing in there.
Do you think that it all just stems from you not being able to directly talk to Gary Jonas yourself?
Yes, that's what it was. I know that's what it was. Because I can take constructive criticism, and so can Robert, right? Mm-hmm. But you can't take constructive criticism coming from third party. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know what's really being said.
For sure.
You know, and that's the whole thing about it. When you're dealing with third party, you don't know what's being said, what's not being said. We're willing. Robert's in the game of getting better.
Well, Mr. Meriwether, I think that is all the questions. I did send you that information. Give out your son's social media, and yeah, man, we look forward to getting you guys back on after the big win.
Okay, thank you. Here he is.
What up, champ?
You can see me?
Yeah.
You can follow me on Instagram at King Robert I and my Twitter Big King Robert, and keep track of my fight. I'm in camp right now, so make sure you watching all the little stuff and the build up to my fight.
All right, champ. Well, we appreciate you, man. Keep
Hold
working.
on, yo, champ. You messed with my little bro, Young Buki. You was in his rap video.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's my little bro out here in Arizona. He's an amazing rapper out here. I saw you in the video. Yeah, y'all was cooking, man. I appreciate you showing that young brother some support, man. Y'all two young kings out here.
For sure, appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Robert Meriwether.